Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the esteemed FaceTime with Leaders and Initiative by World Development Corporation. My name is Tanay All, and I'm an anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry veterans to come together to share their knowledge, ideas, thoughts, and best practices with one another, as well as with upcoming industry leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings of all our industry stalwarts. We hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leader interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone as they help us to identify, nurture, and work on trade secrets that have already proven a success formula for so many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such industry stalwart on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Akhil Prakash Garg. We welcome you on the show, sir.
Thank you, sir.
He is a luminary in the finance domain who embodies an exceptional blend of intellectual prowess and strategic acumen. His scholarly pursuit, culminating in a master's in finance from INSEAD, underscores his commitment to academic excellence. Some of his other remarkable educational pursuits are CFA Charter and FRM. His leadership as the Managing Director of Parity Wealth Advisors Private Limited signifies his expertise and illuminates his profound dedication to crafting avant-garde strategies that transcend conventional investment paradigms. At Parity Wealth Advisors, he excels at optimizing asset allocations for high net worth individuals and families. So, Mr. Garg, to begin with, could you let our viewers know in brief about your career journey so far?
So, are we live? My career journey can be summarized in 5 words: learning, evolving, and moving forward. At the age of 17, I aspired to be the best doctor and so earned medical qualification from one of the best medical institute, that is King George Medical College, Lucknow, which followed further by studies to become best doctor in my specialty. Then the million-dollar question is, why I diversified into finance? It is because of two reasons. Number one, my own finances were badly mismanaged because I was not having knowledge of finance and none of the so-called experts were having financial knowledge and have fiduciary duty. Number two, I noticed that doctors were not able to retire at the age of 70 because they were not having retirement corpus due to poor risk adjusted returns. That is my reason to diversify into finance at the peak of my medical practice of 15 years. I decided to give index beating returns without compromising on risk and having fiduciary duty to my investors. My motto is fiduciary duty with good risk adjusted returns. So at the age of 45, ripe age of 45, I diversified into finance. I started my career from Certified Financial Planner, PGPM, followed by CFA Charter and Financial Risk Manager. But then I realized that by having these qualifications, I was having piecemeal knowledge of different parts of the finance. That led me to join Master in Finance from INSEAD, France, one of the best business schools, to consolidate my knowledge and develop a coherent strategy that will work in boom and bust. My expertise is in investing and risk management of finance. As per Malcolm Gladwell, you have to devote at least 10,000 hours to become an expert. I am devoting 5 hours daily for last 15 years. So approximately devoted 20,000 hours to become expert in this field. I am still learning and evolving.
Yes, sir.
My experience is I started my journey in 2008, and in the same year, subprime crisis happened. What a great start. But my investors were saved because I adhered to asset allocation and hedged their portfolio. Same thing happened in 2020 at the time of Corona pandemic. Lockdown, companies filing for bankruptcy, gross unemployment. So your risk management is checked during the time of crisis,
Yeah.
which will come unannounced and give you a sharp blow. Apart from investing acumen, I have been managing director of Parity Wealth Advisors Private Limited for last 8 years. During this time, I developed specialized strategies for families and HNI, creating risk-adjusted returns.
The next question is, you seem to have a seamless quest for professional upskilling, as is seen in your academic pursuits. Is it because you wish to upskill your career or wanted a deeper insight into the functions you are associated with, or simply because of your love for knowledge?
Mr. Tare, I love to have in-depth knowledge of my field, whether finance or medical. Because if I have in-depth knowledge of my field, I am the master of the field and I will get respect from all the stakeholders. I consider Warren Buffett as my guru. If he can learn at the age of 90, so I can as well. Learning is best motive for me to read more and more.
Yeah. So, what are some of your biggest professional learnings?
As I said earlier, risk comes unannounced, crisis comes unannounced. My biggest professional learning is to always manage risk first.
Yeah.
Let me give you one example of importance of risk management. Jesse Livermore, best trader and one of the richest person of his time, he earned a lot even in market crisis 1929 when whole world was going down. But within 5 years, he has to file for bankruptcy, followed by suicide, because he was not managing his risk properly. He was taking undue leverage. At the time of his death, his liabilities were more than 3 times of his assets. If it can happen to Jesse, it can happen to anyone. Always think risk first, reward later. And that is my motto.
Yes, sir. So, how and when did you develop an interest in corporate governance?
Oh, very good and relevant question. Even if you are best of the best, if you will fail, if financial statements are not fair, company is taking undue risk or not following long-term strategy. I developed interest in corporate finance in 2008 when subprime crisis happened. It brought whole of the world to its knees with heavy losses to companies, bankruptcies, unemployment, and it was all due to excessive greed and manipulation by top management. Even auditors were either not informed or they chose to ignore. Always remember, that any company can take excessive risk, excessive leverage, or manipulation. As independent director, you have fiduciary duty towards your stakeholders.
As a corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
As corporate governance and risk expert, I consider myself as risk expert as well. I'm having financial risk manager qualification. I will make sure that my company follow all rules and regulations to the letter and spirit. I will make sure that risk being taken by the company are relevant to long-term strategy and not excessive. I will ask relevant questions from the management and auditors. I will use artificial intelligence and machine learning to analyze data and predict probabilities of risky events.
Perfect, sir. So, what are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with respect to changes in technology, and what changes do you expect to see in the future with the advent of all these new technologies like IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, Web 3.0, etc.?
Mr. Tane, human nature remains same, and so market will experience boom and bust. We have to master technologies, artificial intelligence, machine learning. They are very good servant, but very poor master. If we are able to utilize them properly, effectively and efficiently to analyze data, structured, unstructured, try to predict the probabilities of the future events, it's very good. But we have to be master. Many future technologies will come, but we have to consider them. We have to utilize them to do manual work, that instead of doing manually, we should use these technologies to do our work. But ultimately, it will be the job of experts, risk managers to analyze.
So, we're building a community here of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
This is very good idea, and it will lead to knowledge sharing from experts of different fields.
Yeah.
I being risk manager, someone being auditor, and other being in another field, technology. So it is all thanks so much to Mr. Jishan, Havel, and the team for bringing us together. In the last, let me close by saying, मंजिल है दूर राहें मुश्किल मुझे बहुत दूर जाना है मुझे बहुत दूर जाना है सोने से पहले बहुत दूर.
Great, sir. It was fantastic conversing with you. I'm confident that your insights will truly inspire future leaders. Thank you so much for joining us today, and sir, wish you the best for future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably has expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.